A group of friends were getting together over Zoom. We did this every couple of weeks just to check in and see how each other was doing. It was always fun and something that my wife and I look forward to. So we were all on the call, and as my wife was walking out to join the call, she fell and broke her foot. Now, we had prioritized this call. It was an event that for the most part we didn't miss. But you know what happened when my wife fell? Priorities changed. Getting my wife's ankle taken care of, that took priority. We care about our friends, but that became secondary to the primary concern, my wife's medical care. This is part of life. We prioritize all day long, right? I really need to go grocery shopping, but I have a project at work or a child sports game that's my priority right now. I guess we're going to have leftovers one more day. I would love to go to a gathering with my friends, but my parents are celebrating a big anniversary. Now, again, this is just part of life. We prioritize one thing over another. The same needs to be true during election cycles. There's some things that are more important than politics. If you listen to media outlets, every single election is the biggest one ever. Each election will fundamentally change the direction of the republic. And it seems that a good percentage of the population bought into this idea, as in a recent presidential election, 1 in 6 people broke relationship with a close friend or family member over politics. People prioritize being right or being aligned with a particular politician over close friendship and family. I'm going to be straight with you. 1 in 6 people in America got their priorities wrong during that election cycle. Are elections important? Yes. Should we have political opinions? Absolutely. Should we be able to express our political opinion? Certainly. Does how we communicate our opinions matter? Yep. Should politics get in the way of close relationships? No, absolutely not. Election cycles come and go. When we're told it's the most important election cycle ever, it's just not true. Important? Certainly. Every major election is important, but break relationship with somebody close to you important? No. Your happiness and fulfillment is directly correlated to your friendships and relationships. Unfortunately, in the U.S. and other developed countries, we are trending away from having a community of friends. Today, almost 20% of the population has one close friend or less. Yes, less meaning 0 close relationships. To compare this to just 30 years ago, nearly 50% of people had 6 or more close friends. Today, that number has declined to 25% of people having 6 or more close friends. One more stat before we move on. Loneliness is the health equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day and increases premature death from all causes by 50%. Here's the point. We're tending to have less and less friends, and you can't afford to lose friends over politics. The stats say that you're most likely already lonely, you don't have many close friends or a community that you call your people, and that's not good for your short-term or long-term health. So what do we do about it? Well, for starters, let's not break relationships with the friends you already have. Let's commit to living love, respect, and kindness in all our relationships. If we're living LRK, love, respect, and kindness, we're much less likely to break relationship. And in fact, we may gain a relationship or two. Second, you may need to reprioritize what's most important. If defending your political positions are your highest priority, you need to move that down the list. That's not to say you can't have an opinion, be well-informed, and maybe even have discussions and disagreements about politics. But those conversations should be filled with LRK and should never move towards breaking relationship. If that's about to happen, you need to walk away and say something like, I value our relationship way more than being right about this subject, and it seems like we're heading down a dark path. Let's stop. I think that will be best for our relationship. It's okay to not engage. Last year after Thanksgiving dinner and a few drinks, a controversial subject came up in our house, and one of my granddaughters and I had really strong opinions about it, and we did not agree. We weren't even close. As my emotions rose, it became clear nothing good was going to come of this, and she said, Papa, I don't think we should discuss this subject. And I said, I think you're right. And I left the room. And I took a couple of deep breaths. I settled my emotions. And then we came back together and had a really nice rest of the evening. My point is, my relationship with my granddaughter is way more important than any political viewpoint. If she and I can't have an LRK conversation, then we're better off stepping away. We prioritize relationship over a deep conviction. As you navigate political discussions, here's a few things to keep in mind. You probably can't afford to lose a friend. Your long-term health will benefit from friendships. You may need to reprioritize relationship over being right. Use LRK, love, respect, and kindness, as a way to communicate and treat others. All right, it's discussion time. There's a Start Here video on our website, mustdobetter.org. Be sure to watch that before you go to discussion, if you haven't already. We just want to make sure everybody's on the same page with some ground rules. There's 4 positions we want to hold during our conversations: open-handed, open-minded, open-hearted, and then open your mouth. Open-handed. You have opinions. Be open-handed with the truth you subscribe to. Maybe there's a nuance you haven't thought of. Open-minded. Ask good questions and seek understanding. Be the investigator, not the teacher. Open-hearted. Find commonality with an open heart. Then you can open your mouth to express your thoughts, which is always done with LRK. Love, respect, and kindness. Enjoy the discussion, and everybody, let's live love, respect, and kindness.